Hello, and welcome to Lunar Magic Tea Time, where we discuss all things magical, mystical, metaphysical, and sometimes even a little mundane. I'm Kristen, and today is May 11th, 2020. And before we jump into our oracle card for the week ahead, I have a couple of little businessy announcements that I'd like to make. For starters, we're on iTunes, we're on Spotify, we're on Stitcher, we're on Podbean. Now, to find us at those places, I think you're going to need to put in the Lunar Magic Tea Time podcast. But we are there, and we are really looking forward to sharing what these conversations that we have. All of these videos that I'm putting up on the Facebook group and the Facebook page for Lunar Magic Tea Time, they're all found as well at our YouTube channel, which is Lunar Magic Tea Time. And as always, everything is on our website, or you can reach us at our website anyway at lunarmagicteatime.com, or email us at lunar@lunarmagicteatime.com. All of that said, let's get into our oracle card. As you know, I had been doing an oracle card a week for typically drawing from the Wild Unknowns archetype oracle. And I realized, I have a zillion oracle decks. I have so many. I have nearly as many oracle decks as I have tarot decks. And I thought, it actually makes more sense for me to start sharing those things so that for the people who aren't resonating necessarily as well with the Wild Unknown can resonate with something else. So this week we're pulling from the Cosmic Reading cards by Nari Anastasia, and it's done by Rockpool Publishing. I love this deck. This deck is all space. It is all dreamy lands. It is all magnificence. One of the things I like to do when I teach is we hold a meditation session, usually once in a cycle, where I invite you to draw a card and really meditate on that card and sort of get into that space of that card. Like, imagine yourself in the card. And these cards work brilliantly well for that. They're very inviting. They're very welcoming. Their message is always very gentle and kind and caring, and deep. There's not once that I've been like, well, that was some surface nonsense. I didn't need that today. No, it's all very deep, even when you think it's not going to be. So that said, this week's card is Gratitude. I'm going to let you sit with this for just a second. Okay, so gratitude in this case. Often when we think gratitude, we think Thanksgiving, and we think make a list of things we're grateful for. And they're usually very happy things. They're usually things that we are very comfortable saying, oh, I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful for my job, I'm grateful for this food in front of me. Things that most people wouldn't be like, why are you grateful for that? But this card, I had to write up some notes about it, because this card talks about gratitude in a sense of forgiveness. So recognizing limitations doesn't mean that you're ungrateful that the limitation exists. There is currently, and I see it right now, we're in the middle of a global pandemic. And I do say middle, even though states are opening up, et cetera, because we're going to have a second wave. It's going to be worse than the first. Um, and I'm seeing a lot of what I call and what others call toxic positivity. Put a brave face on no matter what. Only think in terms of the things you're grateful for or the things you're happy for, or, never let the negatives get to you, which is not a terribly realistic way to live right now. Instead, this form of gratitude is accepting limitations. It is saying, I understand that times are tough, and I can still be grateful for that tough time. I can be grateful for the future lessons that I will get from this tough time. I want to, give me just two, right here. Gratitude is one of the highest forms of love you can bestow upon another, but it's also one of the highest forms of love you can bestow on yourself. It's radical to be grateful that you are in your space and you're grateful that you're in your time. We talk about self-care and self-love a lot. Let's talk about self-gratitude. What have you done today for yourself, that makes you feel grateful that you did that? What are things that you can do to show yourself that gratitude even? So just some thoughts on that, I guess. It's a tough thing to think. Like, we're told all the time to be grateful for everything. But you know what? Sometimes that's too tough. But we can be grateful that we're aware that those times are tough, and we can be fully cognizant of that. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comment box. Click like, subscribe everywhere you can. You guys all know the drill. With that, I hope to be back on Thursday with our tarot card of the week. I have some thoughts about moving forward with potentially doing a couple of online readings, like bigger things like that. So yeah, really excited about where this is going and how far we've come in just a couple of weeks, really. I'm grateful for that. I'm showing gratitude for that. And with all of that said, you guys have a fantastic week, and I will see you on Thursday.